All right, guys, this is Donnie,
And Sandra.
and we are coming to you tonight from Cross Country Campground in Lincoln County, North Carolina. And for those of you that don't know, we are attempting to stay at least one night in all 100 counties in North Carolina, and this makes number 45 out of the 100 counties that we are attempting to stay in. And we like to share the fun facts and do campground reviews and reviews on other places that we stay. And we also like to share ghost stories and urban legends in these areas if I can find ones. Not every county has one. You'd think they would, but not at least not that I'm able to dig up online. And so, but in this county here is one of the more unusual counties, because I was able to dig up 5, not just one, but 5. And we are actually going to go through all 5 ghost stories. And so I'm going to have to move rather quickly. And but this is going to be the first time that Sandra has heard any of these ghost stories. I don't think I shared any of them.
No, I'm always new to the ghost stories like the listeners are.
Yeah. And so I got to leave some suspense because it just adds to the video and the interaction.
I will say this, though. Lincoln County is just a little tiny sliver of a county, and for them to have that many ghost stories, it makes me a little scared to go outside at night.
And but what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and jump right on in. And so the very first location is the old Lincoln County Courthouse. The old Lincoln County Courthouse. And I got this information, information right here, this history from the Ghost Guild. And it's dated November 12th. November 10th through the 12th. This is when they did investigations at the location. Was November 10th through the 12th of 2023.
Wow.
So it was just last year when they did this. But it says, the old Lincoln County Courthouse is an iconic presence in the court square, serving as the 5th courthouse in Lincoln County's history, and the 4th on this particular site. The decision to establish the 2nd Lincoln County Courthouse within Court Square, originally named the Public Square, coincided with the town's charter in 1785. While construction was completed in 1789, the interior remained unfinished until the mid-1790s. By 1798, a jail, stocks, and whipping post adorned the south lawn. A whipping post. The 2nd courthouse was eventually replaced by a brick-built courthouse in 1809, accompanied by a jail in 1816 on the south lawn. In 1853, the courthouse number 4 replaced its predecessor, only to be superseded once again by the present courthouse in 1921. This 5th iteration, designed by Raleigh architect James A. Salter, proudly graces the town center. It's a 3-story ashlar stone structure embodying the classical revival style. In 1979, it gained recognition by being listed on the National Register of Historic Places. And so that's a little bit background on the history. Now, this is some of the things. This is the thing. The main thing that has came out. Officers at the Lincoln County Courthouse in North Carolina say they've got the evidence to prove, I've seen it, it's pretty wild, that their courthouse is haunted. Like any ghost story, there are those that aren't buying the tale. Security officers spotted an image on a security camera about a month ago. They first saw what appeared to be a woman writing in a journal after hours one November evening. At that time, there was definitely no one in the room. In fact, the image of the woman writing looked so authentic to the officers, they actually went to the location to investigate. When they checked it out, the security cameras showed what appeared to be the officers walking through the woman. First Sergeant Lonnie Reap says there is no question about what we saw. I believed all along that there's ghosts in this courthouse, Reap said. A lot at night. I've heard footsteps. I've heard noises that I couldn't explain. Reap should know because he's worked at the courthouse for more than 30 years. Skeptics believe the image is just an illusion, maybe a reflection from the glass. Witnesses say that there is nothing in that part of the office that could reflect an image like the one seen in the surveillance tape. Whatever the ghost may be, it has definitely caused a stir in the halls of justice. It says the image has been seen on other occasions, even during the daytime. It was also picked up on a news camera while a segment was being shot about the apparition. And so you guys have had, unfortunately, at the time I'm actually recording this, I forgot to bring my pictures with me. And so I can't even show Sandra these pictures, but you guys have been able to see these pictures while I was talking. So those are the actual pictures of that image. And it does. If you was to look at it, it looks like a woman. It looks like someone's standing there. But when they actually come to look at it, it's like they're able to walk through the image. Now, I will say this. I do have a suggestion of what it possibly could be. Now, you know, you've got screensavers on computers.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the screensavers are there to kind of protect the screen,
mm-hmm.
so the image doesn't burn into the screen. At
Mm-hmm.
least that's from what I understand.
Mm-hmm.
It very well could be that maybe something, because the cameras are maybe looking at the same image, or maybe they changed up something in the room at one point in time. But maybe something was standing there, or a picture or whatever. And so maybe the image has actually burned into maybe the screen somehow. I don't know. That's just my opinion on that. And so, but because they said they've seen it on the daytime, the only thing is it appears to come and go. It's not always there.
Well, who did the investigation back in November? Did it say?
It's the Ghost Guild.
Okay.
The Ghost Guild is the information that I got. And so, those are the ones that checked out. So now that is ghost story number 1.
Wow.
Ghost story number 2 is one sentence.
Okay.
One sentence. It's in Boulder City. It says strange noises coming from the woods behind an old church. That's it. That's it. I tried to find some more information about this.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't find anything. I couldn't find anything at all. All it was is that this is just strange noises coming from behind the woods behind an old church. Okay. Number three is the Lincoln Cultural Center. The Lincoln Cultural Center. Eerie things happen on a regular basis at the Lincoln Cultural Center. According to Executive Director Kathy Davis, on many occasions, Operations Manager Dustin Richardson has seen lights flashing on and off in the performance hall. One day I was going down the stairs outside the performance hall and I heard a loud crash at the lights, and the lights started flashing, he said. I looked up and said, "You can stop now," and the lights stopped flashing. Now, they seem to listen to me because it's not as bad as it was when I first started working there. About 4 or 5 years ago, Deanna McGinnis went back into the Cultural Center to pick up some material that she had forgotten. As I came around the corner to the elevators, out of the corner of my eye, I saw a lady in a long black dress. She said it was a warm day and I wondered why someone was wearing a long dress, and then I realized I could see right through her. It took my breath away. On numerous occasions, people have come to McGinnis asking her to let the children out of the green room, a room in the center where performers will wait before going on stage. They know I have keys and will come and ask me to let the children out of the room, she said. I never heard them, but it's happened maybe a dozen times. I'll open the door for them to see there's no children in there. About a month ago, Gary Poole went to the Cultural Center with his wife and grandson The cultural center was closed at that time and all the doors were locked. They saw a man walking in front of them, and when they got to the elevator, he just disappeared. There was something about him that didn't look exactly right, Poole said. It was weird. He was only there about 30 seconds, and then he was gone.